Hello my friends who follow the Mira Histórias channel. In today's video, you will learn about the story of a model who, at 29 years old, almost lost her life after using a product sold in pharmacies. At 29, Lauren Wasser shocked the world with her life story, with a clear project to succeed in fashion as a model. But her life took a 180-degree turn after using something that most women have already used or still use. She is a well-known model for the Californian Vogue magazine who, after reaching the peak of her dreams in her career, had to face death. Unable to walk, depressed, and in a wheelchair, she managed to start over. One day, in October 2012, she began to feel very ill and associated it with a normal cause of her menstrual period, but something else was happening. The first signs of what would later be the confirmation of a grim diagnosis appeared on a friend's birthday night. Lauren had difficulty standing, felt like she was going to fall to the ground, and those who knew her well knew that Lauren didn't look well. She went home early and threw herself on her bed without any desire to do anything. The next day, things got worse. She arrived at St. John's Hospital in an ambulance with a fever of over 40 degrees. The first doctors who attended to her assured that she was about to die. On the verge of collapse, her internal organs were shutting down and she suffered a heart attack on the way. She also spent a week and a half in an induced coma. A week and a half later, the American woke up from the coma. She didn't remember anything, nor did she know what she was doing there. They had saved her life, saved most of her organs, but she felt something strange in her legs, more specifically, in her feet. Her right extremity was burning. Then she was told that they would try to save her legs, but the gangrene she presented was progressing rapidly. The surgeons recommended amputating both legs at the same time, but I decided to fight and try to save the left one. I was desperate. I screamed and cried. I am an athlete. My legs were everything. I had no idea what my life would be like without them, she recalled in an interview with the Washington Post. This syndrome is caused when the bacterial toxin Staphylococcus aureus, which naturally inhabits the skin, vagina, perineum, and armpits, is synthesized and released. But what led to this? Well, the prolonged use of superabsorbent tampons becomes an element of culture that increases the proliferation of bacteria inside the female reproductive organ. Consequently, the probability of generating serious infectious conditions increases, including toxic shock syndrome, which can even lead to death. According to experts, this can happen to 1 in 100,000 women. The cause of what happened to her motivated her to use her experience as a testimony to help in the prevention of all women in the world. She raised her voice and it was worth it. Lauren collaborates with a new bill that studies the dangers of the materials used in the manufacture of tampons and other feminine hygiene products. Some of the preventative measures are to use those with less absorption, even if it means changing them periodically. They should be changed within 4 to 8 hours at most, even during the night. Finally, it is important to keep your hands very clean to prevent the spread of bacteria. Currently, disputing a lawsuit against the manufacturer of the tampon that caused her syndrome, Lauren told the media that, in the case of cigarette consumption, for example, the risk is known and the user is making their choice. But if there was more information about toxic shock syndrome, she would never have used internal pads. Often, due to a lack of information, we subject our health to serious dangers. In Lauren's case, her ordeal was not over. The model had to face the harsh adversity of losing her second leg. However, she did not let herself succumb and did not give up. She had to review her daily activities, but with an incomparable willpower, she even learned to walk on the world's catwalk with her prosthesis, breaking the paradigms of beauty. Lauren also became an ambassador for the danger of internal pads and an example of resilience. It is important to always be informed about the consequences that the products we consume can cause. On social media, Lauren is also very present and dedicates herself to inspiring those who are also going through difficulties. In one of her publications, she wrote, "This is me coming out of my second leg amputation. Let this motivate and inspire you to never give up or accept defeat. Fight, even when you don't know what life will be like or how you will overcome. God is the greatest, and if I can do it, you can too." Could you imagine that these pads could offer the danger of this type of infection, which can bring irreversible damage to the body and even cause death? Comment and please don't forget to click like. If you are new here, take the opportunity and subscribe to the Mira Histórias channel so you will have easy access to our stories and updates. Thank you and see you in the next video.
Assista ao vídeo indicado.
Watch the dubbed video.
Mira el video doblado.吹き替え版の動画を見てね. شاهد الفيديو المدبلج. 더빙된 영상 봐. Regarde la vidéo doublée. Schau dir das synchronisierte Video an. Guarda il video doppiato. Смотри дублированное видео. Dub kiya hua video dekho. Dublajlı videoyu izle. Tonton video yang sudah didubbing.